Hey everybody, welcome to Kame House Party. I'm Vince.
I'm Aaron.
And this is the podcast where Aaron and I attempt to watch every single episode and iteration of Dragon Ball and then come on to the podcast and talk about it in a fun, comedic, improvised manner. There will be improv. There will be just deep discussions about the anime episode that we just watched. And there'll be some bits. We've got some segments coming up. And, this is a house party. We're so excited to have everybody here. But, can you just wait in the foyer for a second? Because we've got some stuff that we got to do before, we open up the party for everybody. It's called Kame Housekeeping. I mean, I'd hate to bring you into the Pong room and there'd be, stale beer cups everywhere. Or the kitchen has, all this pasta sauce that I spilled because I'm scared of pasta sauce. I don't know.
Because we're in college and that's the only meal we're allowed to have legally.
Is beer and pasta sauce.
Mm-hmm. No carbs, baby.
No carbs. I mean, look, the beer is carbs that we work off, right?
Yeah.
God, college was great, man. The two food groups, tomatoes and beer. But we got to get to we got to go through the Kame Housekeeping before we have the house party. And the first piece of Kame Housekeeping is, oh man, it's been an honor for both of us to have gone to the UN to accept the award for the world famous. That's right. The UN gave us a world famous award for our 1 minute roundup.
Hey, you other coyote. You, what's that in your mouth?
Okay. So you heard the slurp.
I heard the slurping.
Yeah.
The gnawing.
So I went into town.
This is good.
Yeah. No, it was good because I went into town. And have you heard of Starbucks?
Starbucks? Is that a type of Roadrunner I can eat?
Oh, come on. It's way past Roadrunner days. Come on, that's what our grandparents used to hunt down. Now I'm hunting promo codes because they've got the humans. They've got this caffeine stuff. I don't know if you can tell, but
Your eyes are wiggly.
My whole body's jiggling because I got a iced latte, buddy.
Wait a minute.
Latte.
Hold on, that stuff's made you gone rabid. You got foam around your mouth.
Sorry. I asked for extra foam.
Oh, now you're licking it off.
Mm-hmm.
And seed. I imagined you as a coyote cartoonishly licking foam off your mouth, and that set me off the edge.
I mean, I think we make two pretty good-looking coyotes, and I just heard that HBO Max is bringing back the old Looney Tunes format of cartoons, so I know they're looking for more content. Hire us, baby!
Look, no coyote uglies here. Only handsome ones.
These are the handsomest coyotes. We'll put us next to Wile-E, and we'll be like the tough, buff coyotes with our lattes.
We'll be his two modern henchmen, just wearing coyote man buns.
Mm-hmm.
Our pant cuffs are rolled up to expose our ankles.
Yep,
for that summertime fit.
Yep, we got our summer whites on. But I need to explain, Aaron, to the folks that are listening, that when one of us laughs during that warm up improv scene, that's when the scene ends. And we like to loosen or tighten our improv muscles. We can't quite figure out what's the best for improv. If you want to be tight and nervous, or way too loose. But that's our lead in to the 1 minute roundup proper, where one of us, this time Aaron, has it's a Herculean style challenge where Aaron has to summarize everything that has happened in Dragon Ball up until this point. And if you're new, you may not know this, but we have 3 years worth of coverage of the original series of Dragon Ball, all 153 episodes, and then the 16 episodes we've covered in Dragon Ball Z thus far. So Aaron has to summarize all of that in 60 seconds. Aaron, whenever you're ready, I don't know if you'll ever be, but the people need their roundup.
3, 2, 1. Dragon Ball is about 7 magic crystal balls. If you collect them all, you get any wish you want. And it stars Goku, who's a little boy. He's a little fighter, and then becomes a big fighter. Here are some adventures. 1, he stops a goblin from taking over the world using the Dragon Balls. He stops an army from taking over the world using the Dragon Balls. He enters a karate tournament, the Tenkaichi tournament, 3 times. The first 2 times he gets second place. 1 to his master after the moon blew up. And then the second to a Triclops, who he became friends later with. But the 3rd time, he won. Before that, you got to know whose opponent was. That opponent was the son of King Piccolo. King Piccolo killed his best friend, tried to take over the world, but Goku stopped him. And then Goku beat his son in a tournament. And then he got married. And then, he was old enough to get married, don't worry. And now 5 years has passed. He's got a kid. That kid got kidnapped by his space brother. Goku killed his space brother, but also died in the process. So now he's running down the Snake Road to try and train to get ready for more space people that are coming. And Piccolo, his enemy, is training his son now.
Ooh. Nicely done. Nicely done.
Yeah, trying to get a little more of the new stuff in there.
I know. I think you did a great job. I mean, it's very easy to summarize Dragon Ball Z episodes at this point because they're prolonged training sequences. And this is where I tell you, the listener, why we do the 1 minute roundup. We do it so you don't have to go back and watch every single episode of Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z to get caught up to where we are in the podcast right now. You don't have to listen to every single episode because we did such a great job summarizing everything in a minute. But we encourage you to go back to our old archives to pick and choose what information you want or need. There's some gems in there. Trust me. They're like Dragon Balls that you didn't have a radar, but you found them anyway. They're like that. So that's the purpose of the 1 minute roundup. And now we can move on to the final piece of Kame Housekeeping, where I tell you, the listener, that Aaron and I watched 2 different versions of the show. I watched the English dubbed version while Aaron watches the subtitled version. And that, again, a happenstance. The very first day we came to sit and do this podcast, which was, I don't know how long ago now, we watched 2 different versions of the show. And we decided to let it stick because it was a mistake. We turned it into a masterpiece. And what came from it is all of this wonderful regionality and context that's changed for the West or for the original Japanese audience. And usually the first difference that we find is the title. We've got a good cadence for these titles in Dragon Ball Z. So I'm going to start with Dragon Ball Z episode 17, Pendulum, Peril. Oh, he's laughing. He's laughing. And I'm excited about this one.
What?
Yeah.
It's about as good as mine, man.
Okay. Well, let's hear it.
All right. So the English subtitle title for episode 17 of Dragon Ball Z is City of No Tomorrow, the long road to victory.
What are you taught? That title is dope. Especially because you sang it like an 80s
That's
ballad.
only because I sang it, yeah.
But yeah, that is an 80s ballad. And that would be the title of that 80s ballad.
When I saw this title, I'm like, wait, what is this episode about? What's gonna happen here? Usually they spill all the senzu beans.
Yeah.
When it comes to what's happening in the episode in my titles. This one they were a little cagey about it. They're playing around.
Yeah, I think this may be the combined the least descriptive title pairing of all of Dragon Ball Z at this point.
But I do like Pendulum Peril. I think that's also about as vague, but also about as appropriate.
Also, the alliteration is it just hits right, or as the kids say, it just hits different, man. It's like when I dab with my right arm instead of my left arm. It just hits different. All right, and now I've alienated our young audience.
Yeah, and me.
And Aaron. Well, let's dive right in to this episode, shall we? There's a lot that happens. And
a lot, and yet not a lot.
Yeah, it flew by, this episode. By the end of it, I was like, "Oh, that's it. Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, I'll deal with it." After our last episode, Gohan reaffirms his need to train for the Saiyan's arrival, he and Piccolo are finally starting the actual fight training. You know, time is an enigma, but Piccolo gives it to us straight. 3 months left until the Saiyans get to Earth. Yes.
How do they mess up that timetable?
Wait, okay. What?
The Saiyans are coming in a year.
Mm-hmm.
Piccolo has agreed that, like, if you survive these first 6 months, then I will train you. Piccolo's saying, all right, cool. 6 months have passed. Therefore, it's 6 months until the Saiyans arrive.
That's not how America's time works.
We do things a little faster here. Unless they're trying to say that they've been training, Piccolo and Gohan have been training together longer.
I don't know. Because you're right. The timing is way wrong on this.
I mean, they could go back to saying 6 months, you know?
Yeah. Or probably in the next episode, they'll say 5 months until the Saiyans get here. But I did like to finally see Piccolo and Gohan squaring off, finally. And there is a point where Piccolo is just beating on a 4-year-old. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. He beats up a 4-year-old. Gohan, being a 4-year-old, complains. And to discipline him, Piccolo zaps him cartoonishly with his eye beams. And it's like, remember that the next time you decide to whine instead of fight.
I know he's 4, but it's a little gratifying. I won't say satisfying, but it is a little gratifying after all the shenanigans that Gohan has been up to. Mm-hmm. After all the tortures he's laid upon other creatures and people. It's like, all right, yeah, finally. Someone taking Gohan down a bit. There is a little bit of talk of ki in this.
Okay.
Because as Gohan gets slapped around, he complains. He's like, how am I supposed to dodge if I can't see you? And then Piccolo says, you don't see it. You feel it.
I mean, that's some Dragon Ball ass training tips.
He's strong enough now that he can take a beating.
That's what that 6 months was about.
Yeah, I think that's really what it's about. Like, because Gohan doesn't really fight anything.
Not really, no.
Like he gets a T-Rex takes. Well, I mean, the first go at a T-Rex until Gohan learned the element of surprise and torture.
Yeah, I think it's more the element of surprise torture. if I may join the two ideas together. Yeah.
Surprise! You're in a basement.
That's how the dinosaurs went extinct on the planet.
Mm-hmm. I thought this was my birthday party.
I'm here for some tail steak.
You got my little arms bound.
Mm-hmm. Would you like to play a game?
You got you got Chaozu makeup on. I don't like this.
And, oh, look, who's that next to you? Maybe you recognize those bones, bully T-Rex.
I've eaten a lot of other dinosaurs, but I'm gonna guess this is your friend.
Oh, you've guessed correctly. And
do I win?
Slice the tail. That's right. For every correct answer, I'm going to slice off another piece of tail.
So I should get it. Wait. So I should get it wrong?
I mean, you should answer them truthfully, or I'll cut off another piece of your body for breakfast.
I can lose my man. I hope you don't do this for like 8 more movies.
Don't worry. By the 7th movie, I'll get bored of this, and I'll enlist Chris Rock to do the rest.
Oh, great. Oh, I love that. All right, well, let's keep going, baby.
Okay.
I got to get to that part.
And scene.
I forgot they're making a new Jigsaw with Chris Rock.
They are, and I'll watch that. I will. Mm-hmm. I'll watch Chris. I unironically enjoyed the Saw movies I saw in the theater for the Rube Goldberg-esque murder machines and torture devices that were so popular in the 2000s. A lot of torture stuff in the 2000s.
There are many think pieces on the horror community in the mid 2000s. Saw movies came out every year.
Yes,
for almost a decade.
It was a yearly event for the high schoolers to go see the Saw movies together. Some took it a little too far, hiding in the back of people's SUVs and scaring them when they got home.
Oh no!
Yeah, that happened. That was bad.
Yeah, that's asking for trouble.
hid in the back of somebody's car for a 30-minute ride.
I like, you don't know how someone's going to react to that.
Oh, no.
Bad things could have happened.
Yeah. Don't scare people. Jeez. Do we have to say that?
Please don't scare people.
I mean, the last thing I'll say, and then we'll get back to the episode. Remember the clowns when it came out?
I think it might have been before. Are you talking about the random clown appearances?
Mm-hmm. Mostly in the American Southeast.
Backyard horror filmmakers really tried to capitalize on the clown thing. And I have, unfortunately, just being at my friend's house and being in a certain state of mind, wink, wink, we would pop those on. We'd go on Amazon Prime and like find some of them. And they're real bad. Don't go watch them. Anyone can put anything on Amazon Prime. There is no gatekeeping. As long as it's like 1080, it can be super short, it can be super long, it doesn't matter. People put like YouTube, just like for extra monetization, people put like YouTube shows up on there.
Oh no.
Like I think BuzzFeed does that. They'll take some of their series from YouTube and put them on Amazon Prime just to get that extra green, baby.
Look, you got to do what you got to do to get those gains, either monetarily or in the muscle department. Like the rest of the Z Squad. That's right. I'm skipping that minute scene of Goku running to talk about...
A minute's very generous, but keep going.
To talk about what's happening on the lookout. Everybody's training. Yamcha's doing a one-finger handstand. Krillin is bouncing off of palm trees. Chaozu is then destroying said palm trees. Tien is duplicating himself. That's all they're doing on the lookout. Oh, and Yajirobe is eating bags of cookies, but each bag has only one large cookie in it.
I'm sure it's a very Japanese specific food.
Mm-hmm.
If I had to guess, it came from a convenience store, perhaps. Now's a good time to remind everyone that we do not do research on this show. But we're not allowed due to, again, the UN stepped in again.
The UN stepped in.
Per the Geneva Convention, we are not allowed to do research. It is considered a war crime if we do it. So if you know what that big circle thing Yajirobe was eating, please write to us at kamehousepartypod@gmail.com. Hashtag that KHP research. And maybe we'll read it on the show for everyone to expand their mind.
Yeah, that's right. This show is just enough about expanding your horizons as it is then laughing at those horizons once you get to the edge. And Yamcha, at least in mine, Yamcha's real mouthy at this point. He thinks he's ready to take on the Saiyans. He's bored. He's like, Kame, what's going on here? We want to go through all the training that Goku went through. We're just doing the same stuff over and over again.
He gets in Kame's face.
Yeah. Yamcha, you're not going to get in God's face like that.
You were barely good at baseball. And now you're going to do this?
You're going to pull this shit? But then Kame reacts like super strangely, and I want to know if this is different in yours. Because he gives them all a glare. And then, like, jokingly says, I never taught Goku anything. And then laughs and walks away.
Yeah, he punks them.
I'm telling you, Kame is definitely an underrated character at this point. Just what we've seen. The range. He's got range. He can do it all.
He'd be very serious about his double. Or very not serious about these fools who he knows are just going to get in the way. Yeah,
that's kind of what that's what he was insinuating a couple episodes ago in his own interior monologue, saying like, Goku, you better hurry up. These guys ain't going to cut it.
To ease their mind, I'm going to let them train up here, but they cannot come into the house. Look, Mr. Popo, they're sweaty karate. Wait, hold. I'm gonna restart.
Take your time, Kame. Take your time. It's early. Make sure you clean out your throat before you start.
Popo, there we go. Much more frail. Look, these sweaty karate boys. They're sticking up to high heaven. They don't bathe. They just fight. If they the only time they bathe is if they train in a waterfall, and that's rare. But Kame, correct me if I'm wrong, but it was your idea to bring them here? To train, to prepare for the Saiyan attack? Look, the only reason I did that was to make them feel better.
Oh,
You saw the future, too. We used the pendulum. Their ass is grass.
but Kame, but what about the little one? The little one is cute. I have an idea, Kame. They won't be sweating if I take them into the pendulum room.
Yes, do that. Yeah. I like that idea. Look, 'cause
Okay.
they're just make sure they stay outside. Actually, yeah, Yajirobe's cool. He can come in. It's when X-Files comes on. I know he's an X-Files stan, just like me.
He's a real Scully head. I'm getting caught up.
Yep. I'm a Mulder man. He's a Scully head.
And Popo likes the supernatural. All of it. I'm team supernatural.
Yep, you're all about cryptids.
My favorite episode is the one with the psychic soldiers. That's where I got the idea for making clone dolls.
Mm-hmm. Well, I was just gonna say that when you found out I was an alien, that's really what reeled you in.
Oh yes. Kami,
Popo.
I just want to say, I think, I just, this is.
I'm shaking you. Say it, man.
Are we going to just send these men to their deaths?
I
know you work in mysterious ways.
I do. I pride myself on being a little scamp of a god. But it won't be in vain. Look, Goku, when has he been on time to anything? Remember that last tournament?
Oh, trust me, I remember.
He was late to his own wedding, which we did not get an invite to.
Oh, I remember that too. Still waiting by the mailbox.
Still mad.
Still upset.
I got a rice cooker I want to send him, but ain't gonna happen.
Oh, make sure it's not filled with a demon.
Oh, shit, that's right. It might be that one. Yeah, look, it's for the greater good, Popo. So let him train, and I'm using air in quotes, on the front yard. There's a hose they can drink from. Put some soap out. Maybe they'll use it. Kami doesn't force anyone to do anything, again, because of my little scamp ways.
Scamp of a god.
The god of scampery, some might call me.
You're like Loki, but you can do everything.
I can't smolder like him.
Oh, nobody can.
You want to watch Ragnarok again?
Oh, yes. We'll train them later.
Yeah, tell Yajirobe.
Yajirobe!
I love his jokes.
Yajirobe, we're watching a movie. Come in here.
Hey, is there popcorn?
Oh, you know it, dog.
All right, cool. And
seed.
Yajirobe is all the God's secret friends.
Oh yeah,
right. You don't think Korin, when he gets tired of his ass, sends him up to Uncle Kami and Uncle Popo for the weekend?
Go hang out with your uncles on the top floor.
Oh, cool. They let me watch rated R movies.
What? They let you watch rated R movies?
Yeah. Wait, do they not let you watch rated R movies?
No, it's bad for my simple cat brain.
Yeah, you don't like explosions.
No,
they freak you
I
out.
hide under the couch, and then what am I there for?
That's fair. Anyway, bye. Peace.
Finally.
Hey, can you give me a ride?
No, God!
I gotta climb the pole.
Yeah. Oh, come on. Oh, jeez. I trained you for Pete's sake. You could jump up there if you really wanted to.
But that's a lot of effort. Maybe if I had a to-go box.
Here's a to-go bag. You got 3 beans, 8 cookies, and a whole roast. Did you just stop eating it? God!
Wait, what was the third thing?
And a whole roasted chicken. No! Oh, God. Then he's just pulling out the bones.
That's right. I ate like a duck. And see. There's a twofer for y'all.
There you go.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of where we get to. I have to talk about this.
Yes, go ahead.
How old at this point do you think Chiaotzu is? Because it's been 3 years since we first met him to the third Tenkaichi tournament, and then add another 5 on that. So 8 years have passed.
Mm-hmm.
How old is Chiaotzu now?
17?
Fair.
I'm assuming that he met Tien when they were both still children.
I think that considering he can't count when we first meet him, I think that's 17 sounds good to me.
Okay. Yeah.
So here's my question. Why is Tien holding him like a little baby? Like all the time.
I'm wondering if I had a friend that could float and was that size, if I would hold them like a baby.
That's true.
You know?
When I had my dog, he's still alive, just not with me. I would constantly hold him like a little baby.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was fun.
That's how I treat all my cats. They all get held like little babies. Some of them get burped.
You put...
I put
their heads on your shoulder.
Yeah, heads on my shoulder. There is a napkin on my shoulder underneath them, so if they have a little accident, it won't get on my Lululemon. Because I'm a working dad.
Okay, that's just their arrangement.
I think
you're
so.
Right. I'd hold like a little Chaozu.
Yeah. Now I just want my cats to be able to float.
Give you diarrhea. They can't count, so there's another thing in common.
Chaozu and cats, they're becoming one and the same.
Depending on if you think of Chaozu as a baby or not, this episode is going to get a lot harder coming up soon.
Oh, yeah.
They go to the Pendulum room, the time room that Goku traveled through to go to the past to see young Master Roshi at one point. Yajirobe's like, no thanks. I'm good. X-Files about to come on.
How do you guys pick that over the big screen TV right off screen? As they're entering the Pendulum room, Popo says something along the lines of like, you can't defeat any enemy until you know yourself. Everybody thinks they know themselves. Again, I'm sick of Yamcha's stupid mouth. He's mouthing off to all the wrong people. He's like, I know myself better than anyone.
Yeah, 5'11", 185 pounds, waist size 32, length 32. What else is there to know, baby?
Well, I would then follow up and say, what is your greatest weakness?
None. What? I'm not weak.
Oh.
I bet you saw. Did you see me do that finger stand?
Yes.
Could a weak guy do that? I'm playfully slapping you on the chest.
Don't touch Popo, please.
What's the big deal? We're all friends here, right? I'm going under the lookout, and then it's coming back around. I fell right where I was before.
Interesting.
Yeah, all equal.
And seed.
The lookout has gravity, is what I'm saying.
The lookout has its own
it would
gravity.
Clearly orbit it.
Popo sacrifices them onto a pentagram style.
It's a law of equivalent exchange. Popo hopes to get his mom back. She's as strong as at least those four.
And what we don't see is Yajirobe gets his soul transplanted into a suit of armor.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that'd be the worst for him. He couldn't eat.
I know. Oh, that would be hell for Yajirobe.
A living metal hell.
So it's Yamcha, Chaozu, Krillin, and Tien. They get transported through this portal in the Pendulum room to this strange planet that is just filled with the corpses of Saiyans.
We don't know where we are. We don't know when we are. It's just a red tinted sky amongst ruins and corpses.
Yeah, I think Popo says something along the lines of, you're being transported somewhere 100 years in the past, but it's not clear where that is. Like you said, not clear where that is or what they're doing there or what they're supposed to find other than bodies of Saiyans. And the minute they get there, there's a dead Saiyan. Yamcha goes, ha, I could fight. Bring on those Saiyans. I could fight one with one arm tied behind my back.
Yamcha is the most cocky out of everyone.
So cocky.
And I wish he was the first one to get narked.
I did too.
We see two Saiyans hanging back, and they're like, they're scouting the four boys. They're like, oh, their combined power level's only 100. Their combined power level's only about 1,500. This will be fun. And I think earlier before the show, you described them as Saiyan uncles.
Yeah. Yes. Because one is like balding And they don't have like the same build as like a Raditz or a Vegeta or a Nappa. They don't look like elite Saiyans. They look like the leftover Saiyans.
These are the dock working Saiyans.
Yep. These are Saiyans that may not have been, they weren't warrior class Saiyans, but they worked hard and they're like low ranking, salt of the earth Saiyans,
This is a comedy movie from the 80s Saiyan where two middle-aged men accidentally join the army.
Yep. To avoid their wives.
Yeah. Because they got drunk one night and they were like, "Oh, we hate our lives.
We hate our lives and our Saiyan wives. What are we going to do about it?"
Yeah. And I hate these chives on this potato. Butter only.
Also, why is everybody talking all that jive?
That's it. Yep. That the four things that they were mad about that then get fixed in the army. You think they got chives in the army? In the Saiyan army?
No. Well, no, Chives is the Chives is the commander of the army.
Oh no, yeah, that's better. That's the ironic twist.
The ironic twist is they can't avoid Chives.
But they learn to love him. Even though he's strict, he means the best for these middle-aged men.
And and Chives softens on their Saiyan platoon
Well,
along
if it's
the
left out too long.
Oh, there needs to be a Saiyan named Chives.
Well, that's our OC. Do not steal.
Do not steal. TN.
So yeah, and I don't know how they accomplished this, but Chaozu's looking at a helmet. It sort of blips on. And the helmet is in this broken storefront. After the helmet visor combo thing sort of blips on, it then melts.
Yep.
And then reveals one of the Saiyans who grabs Chaozu by his bald head.
Yeah.
And just proceeds to tighten his grip.
Is that what he's doing?
Right? Yeah.
There's steam coming off that kid's head.
Because Chaozu was like yelling, like really yelling for Tien. No one does anything. They just sit there. Chaozu goes off camera. He goes under the frame.
Mm-hmm.
And you do hear a crunch, I think.
Oh, boy.
Did you not get this?
I'm not sure if I recognized it as a crunch. I thought it was just residual heat from them trying to melt Chaozu's brain.
Oh, you think they blasted his head?
I thought they were like microwaving his head in their hand, in that one Saiyan's hand.
See, maybe. I assumed it was just a show of pure strength.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I can either palm this basketball or I can crush this kid's head. Which is more impressive?
Everybody knows Saiyans can dunk because they can palm basketballs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fun fact. If you're trying to learn how to dunk, that's the thing you're probably missing, is the ability to palm a basketball.
Is that true?
It makes it a lot easier.
Really?
To compensate for not being able to palm a basketball in a dunking format means you have to jump that extra like 2 or 3 inches that somebody else would if they could palm the ball, like to get your wrist over. Because then you have to, like, if you're hooking the ball or going up with 2 hands, it's a little bit tougher. I'm a 1-footed jumper and a 1-hand dunker. That's my claim to fame.
Get that shirt, baby.
Yeah.
During this commercial. This Sunday, a very special X-Files.
I don't know, Mulder. You really think God exists?
Scully, there've been numerous references to God throughout culture. And if this report from Nova Scotia... Well, nope. Sorry, we're only filming in Nova Scotia. But this report from Washington State shows a green being with big ears walking with a portly gentleman.
I don't know. That could just be a Halloween costume. You're not seriously going to drag us all the way out to the land of Corin.
Mulder drags Scully out to the land of Corin to investigate God. Hey, what's going on? Can I help you find folks?
A talking cat? Are you for real? I don't believe any of this stuff.
Scully, talking cats have been referenced in numerous societies throughout time. Also, there's one right in front of us. Mr. Talking Cat, we're looking for God. No, have there been any sightings? Also, we're from the FBI.
FBI? I know, I've heard of you. I think you guys are looking in the wrong place, if you know what I mean.
Why are you pointing up with your finger? Your very greasy, greasy finger.
What could possibly be above? Wait a minute. Is he suggesting that all we have to do is go up to find what we're looking for?
Scully's dead on the money when they realized they have to go up to find what they were looking for. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Mulder and Scully are here. I'm a huge fan. I'm shaking your hands.
Come off it. Take that silly getup off and show us who you really are. We know that God couldn't be a green man with pointy ears and a portly sidekick. It just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense, Mulder.
I think you need a little bit of faith. You're Catholic, remember?
You're right. I always forget. Father, the Son, and this green holy ghost.
Kame, I've brought out all your 8x10s, the DVD box sets, the action figures.
Hold
They're
on.
ready
Hold
to
on.
get
Is
signed.
that us? Is that us?
Yes, it's a pretty good likeness. It's from McFarlane Toys during their heyday. The sculpts are pretty good, I think. And Popo knows he's a doll maker himself.
Mulder, I don't know what I'm seeing. You gotta help me. I'm losing my mind.
Scully, don't worry. Losing your mind has been referenced in several ancient texts. We're gonna pretend none of this happened and wait for next week, okay? All right, I'm grabbing you in my arms. I'm gonna Princess carry you.
No.
And now I'm gonna fly away. Believe it. Scully, what do you think about that being my new catchphrase? Because I want to believe. I could just say believe it a bunch. Like a bunch.
I originally liked keeping the faith, but I'm so weak from being exposed to such powerful energy. Up on that lookout.
All right. I'm floating us down, don't worry. Back to Skinner's office. Also, did you know Skinner's office has been referenced in ancient texts?
Wait,
why are you doing the... Why is the Law and Order? Hey, this is the announcer. Why is the Law and Order thing playing? That's two different networks.
I'm sorry. Look, I got the switches
Mark
mixed
Snow,
up.
come on.
I'm sorry. What?
Get the spooky. Play it.
Fine. I brought my theremin in. I hope you like
good.
this.
Find out next week on X-Files when there's a small karate boy taking the tournament scene by storm.
Key energy? Like, I believe that.
Scully, key energy has been referenced in several ancient Asian texts. They tossed Chelsea's body off a cliff. Holy fuck.
Yes. Yes, they did. It was brutal. I had to pause it. I was like, wait, what are they on? And this is, look, I've been playing a lot of Final Fantasy VII Remake. And I was like, did they just throw Chaozu off of the plate of Midgar down to the
This
slums?
is very Midgar. There's an upper level and a lower level.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was surprising. Once that happened, I'm like, okay, I think I know what is going on here. We won't spoil it yet. But Chaozu's dead, is what I'm saying.
And
Irrevocably dead.
I wasn't sure. Like, it took me like a second to realize, like, oh, Tien's reaction means Chaozu's dead. Like, he's not just, like, mortally wounded.
They can't.
The boy is dead.
I thought they showed the body.
I don't.
Or they're scanning the underground, trying to find it.
Yeah, something like that.
Or we see the plot. It's gruesome.
It's
honestly.
bad.
So this whole section of them being, I guess, 100 years in the past on a strange planet. It's a fight scene, kind of.
Yeah.
But it's also a horror movie in the vein of a slasher, where it's people getting picked off one by one.
Right.
So I think we can speedily go through these deaths. Right?
Yeah. Yes.
We can just gloss over a lot of this.
I mean, I do want to make sure that we touch on like the techniques that everybody's using, though, in retaliation of Chaozu's murder in front of their eyes. all three of them use their strongest techniques. So Yamcha uses the Spirit Bomb, Tien, Tri-Beam Cannon, and Krillin a Kamehameha Wave. And like it does nothing. Just to show you how strong they think they are versus these two Uncle Saiyans that definitely probably have bad knees and bad backs.
Against these guys who are taking fiber medication.
Yep.
These energy blasts do nothing. That I made myself sad. I'm like, maybe I should get on that. What couldn't hurt. Here come the creep factor comes in because they create a crater. They think this attack did something. And like, oh good, we did it. And then you just hear a very echoey.
Yeah.
And then a hand comes up from the ground, drags Krillin down into the slums of Midgar. And for like a minute, you just hear like, That's a Krillin voice.
Yeah, it's Krillin wailing in pain.
Getting moidalized by these men who are like 10 years from retirement.
The whole time they're just saying, and I was about to retire today.
They just keep talking about the settings on their TV and how someone keeps changing it.
I keep turning the motion blur off.
And as they say that, Krillin gets punched up through the crater, up in the air. I'm sorry, he gets energy. There's a lot of people being beat up. I'm sorry if I'm mixing things up. He gets energy blasted up through the crater, up into the air. One of them, after talking about needing to refill his Rogaine prescription, slams Krillin back down into the ground. And that's him. That's Krillin. Bye.
Deadzo.
For those of you keeping count at home, that's the second time. If this one counts, which we'll see.
We'll have to go to the judges at the end. Mm-hmm. There's a point where the two Saiyans were saying something along the lines of like, you shouldn't have showed up on planet Vegeta. Our job is to make sure nobody, trespasses on this planet or something like that.
Huh.
So this was, I don't know, maybe our earliest view of planet Vegeta. And now I'm just curious as to what happened. Like, was this a civil war battle?
Oh, you're right. Because I was just thinking it's Frieza, but it's not because Frieza blew up the planet. I know it's all been retconned, but like Frieza blew up the planet right after Goku got out of there. Right. Like Vegeta was alive and he's like young. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm curious what they're, again, nothing's established yet. Yeah. So they can kind of go willy-nilly on it. So massive civil war before Vegeta's grandpa or even great-grandpa came to power.
Mm-hmm. We can assume that a royal Vegeta is on the throne.
Getting his bowling league to help with security.
Free beers at the bowling alley.
Hey, this is a great gig. Sure, yeah, I'll tramps around in armor.
So after the death of Krillin, Tien and Yamcha, they do another round of their attacks. This time, a coordinated effort to, I guess, pin the Saiyan, like not pin them, but corral them. Then using the environment to drop onto them. Yamcha then creates a giant spirit bomb, big crater. They think that their job is done. How sad they died to triangular energy beams, ripping them apart, Aaron. One goes through them multiple times.
Yeah, it's like Yondu's arrow. Almost.
Now we're talking.
Just zipping around.
Now we're talking. Yeah. And again, throughout this whole process, everybody is screaming in a blood-curdling manner. Like, there's no way you could say that they're going to be okay after this.
No, they're very dead. And then we get a POV of someone. Their eyes are opening. They see a long-haired, bearded man on a wagon saying, "Oh, good, you're awake." Something about Imperials.
Hold on. Is this the opening to Skyrim?
I memed Vince in real life.
I got memed.
But no, we do get a POV of someone opening their eyes, and we see, was it Yajirobe in front of them, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because we're back at Kame's place. And it turns out this was just, I believe Popo says they took a journey in their mind.
Yep. Something along those lines. Yajirobe said, you guys didn't go anywhere. You just stayed there like zombies.
But yeah, so Kame, he's got that good VR.
I don't even know what the newest VR is, but Kame apparently's got it. No cords necessary.
Mm-hmm.
He's playing Half-Life Alyx.
Yeah. Beat Saber.
Oh, Kame playing Beat Saber.
I love a rhythm game. That's it.
That's it.
Just so you know. Kame does go on to say, all right, those Saiyans that you fought, they were only half as strong as the ones coming to Earth. Feel like running away, you scaredy cats? Maybe not coming in my home?
Maybe not stinking up the place with your weakness?
I'm holding my nose. I'm waving my other hand in front of my face. I've got a horn in the back that goes B-O.
And by horn, it's just Popo doing an excellent impression.
That's right, Popo is like Michael Winslow. I make sound effects with my mouth.
What you never knew was that Popo's last name was Winslow.
I mean, I didn't keep it. Nor did we hyphenate it. We're traditional.
Popo Winslow.
Now that you say it out loud again, I miss it a little bit.
I knew you would. But I think you should take that offer for Police Academy Z.
Maybe, I don't know. If the Goot's not coming back, I'm not interested. He got everything together. Yes, you have Hightower. Yes, you have Bobcat Goldthwait. Yes, you have the blonde who everyone gaga over. But without the Goot, is it even Police Academy?
That's what they were pitching. It's Police Academy Z. Popo, can't you see?
I get it. It's his son.
Yes.
He's learning, and the twist is that he's a bit of a stick in the mud.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike his dad, who was the best who won all those comedy tournaments.
Police comedy tournaments.
Police a comedy tournament. See, I'm laughing just thinking. Okay, I'm calling my manager. I'll see if it's still on the table.
Popo, baby, hey.
Ronnie, hello. Yes, is Police Academy Z still up for grabs? I had a change of heart.
Oh, look, they optioned that, and the studio passed. But Popo, baby, I got you something even better. Look here. Have you ever heard of this? It's called Dragon Ball Evolution, Popo.
Ooh, that sounds I like two of those words.
Look,
and I don't believe in one of them. That's right.
I hope I didn't hear that, Popo. I hope I didn't hear that. But we're trying to get you on, and there's a role for, we're gonna cast some young hot actors.
That's me, baby.
It's gonna be shot all in real life, realer than you've ever seen before.
Oh, this isn't voice work.
No, Popo, this isn't voice work. This is you're gonna get to shine on the silver screen, you and all your glory.
This could be Popo's big break.
This could be. You just gotta sign here.
All right, you're faxing me the contract.
Uh-huh.
All right. All right, let me wait 20 minutes in real time. Oh, good, you sent the last page first. I won't have to wait too long.
Yep.
Signing, dating. Kame, can you notarize this, please?
Of course. I spent $100 on this stamp.
I know, we barely get to use it. I'm glad you're getting to pull it out of the junk.
Hiya! You've been notarized by God.
That makes this extra official and unbreakable. All right, I'm faxing back the last part of the
Popo,
sheet that I
you
signed.
faxed that back to me. I'll take a look at it in a minute. I got another client. His name is Yamcha. I don't know if you know him, but he wants to do more baseball.
Does he? That fucker just told me he wants to train to beat the Saiyans. He's about to do baseball?
Hey, I don't know. I thought maybe when he said he was training to beat the Saiyans, I thought that was a new baseball team.
Yamcha, get your ass over here. Get on the phone. It's Ronnie, by the way. I didn't realize we shared the same management.
Ronnie!
Hey, Yamcha, baby.
Hey, man. I've been killing it up here. I'm ready for the league again.
Okay, yeah, we're happy to have you. Your old team, after that one riot, they don't want you.
Huh?
But there is a spot on the Yankees.
Ooh.
But you got to do some stuff, though.
What do you mean?
I don't want to say it over the phone, but maybe if I'm speaking Pig Latin, the feds won't hear. Something Eatine Cray or some other Uggs Ray. Dre.
I gotcha.
For Ussels May.
Wink, wink. What do you think I'm training up here for? Wink, wink.
Yamcha, you just told me that you're raring to go to fight Saiyans. This has all been a trick to get you back in the league.
It's the greatest comeback story you've never heard.
Leave. Get off our porch. You're not allowed to stay in the yard anymore.
Fine, I don't need you. I'll go back to the real yard. The baseball yard.
Mm-hmm. That's the term. 2 days later.
Hey, can I come back?
And seed. We learned a lot about a lot of people. But yeah, they all want to fight the Saiyans. They don't care.
They all want to fight the Saiyans. Yajirobe, I think, runs out of cookies. So I guess he's stuck there.
He's like,
Place is a dump anyway. But, to end the episode, we get some quick cuts of Piccolo and Gohan sparring, Goku running again, and Vegeta and Nappa sleeping their way to Earth, only 3 months away.
Yep, 6 months away.
3 American months.
6 Japanese months. Piccolo gets a line off while he's fighting Gohan, or after he slaps him for a bit. Slap fighting, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
He says, "Concentrate harder. I'm just itching to kill you."
Oh, no. Oh, gosh. Yeah, my Piccolo is much more subdued. I don't think he says anything like that.
I'm itching to hurt you.
Maybe.
I got a hankering for some spankering.
You're a Saiyan son, and this is a ton of fun for me. Hey-ya!
So in our mailbag, we got Ian wrote to us again. We asked him for we were a little confused on the continuity of his grand adventure. So he's given us a little more explanation. So Ian writes, "My story continues with me traveling up the East Coast to the far north, searching for this master hacker who I understood could help me with my quest. I managed to find his home, a small village covered in snow, in the shadow of a mountain range. I met a young woman named Sano, red hair and a small nose and an insufferably sunny demeanor. She led me to my hacker, the man I had traveled so far to see, Dr. Flappy. He agreed to help me in my mission." Whoa!
Ooh.
He sent us another message, but I do hope you got some hair tips from him.
I know.
How do you get that volume?
How do you get that hold?
Especially in that it's cold, but it's humid.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes
it's a humid cold.
Which is a thing, and it's horrible. I guess he had to break this up for
so it can't be traced.
Cryptological reasons.
Yeah.
So
we don't know what point in time he's sending these to us anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, these could be dead drops of emails
mm-hmm.
or timed.
He's
not there.
Yeah.
When he leaves, then he sends it.
And then that hard drive, it self-destructs because it's got thermite in it.
Mm-hmm. He takes off his mask, his Tom Cruise mask.
He's traveling around as Tom Cruise.
Yeah. Well, that's the only way to be unnoticed.
Yeah, nobody's going to stop. Oh, I was going to take it another direction, but you're right. Nobody cares.
Nobody wants to talk to him, and nobody cares. So he continues. Dr. Flappy went to his computer, and as I stood there, I watched as his fingers flew across the keyboard. He explained that recently Capsicorp had made some changes to their security system to be compatible with a new Nick Cannon anti-funny system. This is the area he should exploit to create a new personal file for my alias once I arrive on site. Man, this email is full of audio cues as well. I was due to start the following week. Once I was in the system, he brought me over to his workbench where he outfitted me with the necessary tech to take the bastards down. He gave me a series of smart sticky bombs, useful for a quick exit, as well as encrypted satellite phones so we could stay in contact. His roommate, and this is in air quotes, an android named Ader, offered to come with me on my journey. Though I would have welcomed the company, I knew this was one mission I would have to go alone.
Oh.
As I left the village... We'll see if we keep this laughing.
Yeah.
This email's too good. As I left the village and looked back on my comrades, I was uplifted by the knowledge that there were people who were willing to stand by my side in this fight.
Goodbye.
I looked to the mountain range and watched the sunrise. Then I began. Thanks for welcoming me back, guys. And if it's okay to advertise, then... Hey, everybody, check out my new podcast, Frickin' Sweet, a Family Guy podcast, an episode-by-episode review of Family Guy. Weekly episodes are supplemented by special episodes covering the origins of Family Guy, as well as a 3-part series on Stewie Griffin, The Untold Story. Thanks, guys. You're as awesome as ever. Keep fighting! Yeah, I was about to say, I'm surprised there weren't any audio cues for that plug part.
No, I think they're a little delayed. Friggin' sweet, Lois.
What? Anything else? I'm holding the email open. I'm just seeing
just let it play. There are long gaps. Die, you vile woman.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Peter. I'm back.
That's Lois, I think.
Giggity, giggity. He's back.
That's Quagmire.
Don't forget about me, Adam Wee.
All right, I'm going to close this email. There are 200 more sound drops, but I think we're good. You know what?
I think you can close it now. I'm satisfied.
But look, if you're into Family Guy, check out Frickin' Sweet, a Family Guy podcast.
Oh, yeah.
From Super Spy, Ian.
The super spy guy, Ian.
Yeah, thank you for the update. We're glad you're doing safe wherever you are.
And, I mean, can we just give credit where credit is due? Ian is...
Those sound drops?
Those sound drops. Fantastic work on those sound drops.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Ian... on his journey, he is finding time to create content for all of us. And we should give him a round of applause.
I'm doing the thing where it's in a circle.
I've
camp,
also done the thing.
Which I've never been to. But I just know it's a thing.
It's a thing. And then jazz hands. No.
So look, if you want to write to us and tell us about your harrowing adventures of taking down the Nick Cannon conglomerate, you can do so by writing to us at kamehousepartypod@gmail.com. We are on all the social media. We're on the big 3 social medias. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Those are, until another one emerges.
Maybe one of them becomes the new #1 app.
Who knows? But we're on that Kame House Party. Thursday nights around 7:30, we're streaming, baby, on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Come follow us on YouTube. Hit the bell for alerts so you know when we go live.
Yeah, Aaron, let me take that part because I know it pains you so much. And I can just go into my YouTuber personality for a second.
Yeah, we got to swap off every week.
I mean, we got streams coming live on YouTube, 7:30 Thursdays, and all you got to do to make sure that you never miss a minute of our hot streams is you got to smash that bell, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to like and share.
You're back, boy.
Oh, my heart.
You lifted off the ground. All the papers around you started flying.
Yeah.
But you have a very good mic, so that didn't pick up.
It didn't pick up.
Thankfully.
And it also isn't picking up the blood rushing out of my nose and ears.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I hate doing that.
You get extra anime horny, apparently. But yeah, come check us out. I know last time we said we were doing Animal Crossing and we lied because of a technical thing, but those technical problems have been solved. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to knock on wood and call my shot again that we're going to do Animal Crossing this Thursday on the 30th of April.
Mm-hmm.
the Year of our Lord 2020. So come check it out. I am streaming by myself on Twitch. I'm dipping my toe into it. I'm doing Tuesdays around 11 and then Wednesdays around 7 p.m. Those are all Eastern times. Twitch.tv/small town cinema. If you want to come hang out, I hope you do. And if you miss Vince, I'm sorry. He's not. No Vince is allowed.
No Vince is allowed. And I am slowly getting my whole system set up so that I could do some independent streaming as well. And I'm sure eventually Aaron and I will do some crossover work, but that's what the Kame House Party stream is for. So keep an eye out for all that great stuff. Follow Aaron on Twitch, follow Kame House Party on YouTube and everywhere else. And look, no matter if you are secretly infiltrating every asset that Nick Cannon has to keep his stranglehold on the entertainment industry, or you're getting your severe comeuppance in the spirit realm, you gotta keep fighting.